From a young age, we rely on maps to navigate our world. They are one of the first tools we use to understand the vastness of our planet and our place within it. In classrooms, children gather around globes and maps, tracing their fingers along the lines that define countries and continents. Maps show us where countries are, how big they are, and the relationships between different regions. They provide a visual representation of our world, making it easier to comprehend the distances and borders that separate us. They guide us on how to get from point A to point B, whether we're planning a road trip, navigating a new city, or simply trying to understand the layout of our own neighborhood. Maps are indispensable tools for travel and exploration. But what if I told you that the maps we often see aren't entirely accurate? What if the images we rely on to understand our world are, in fact, misleading us in subtle yet significant ways? Many maps distort reality, making some countries appear larger or smaller than they actually are. This distortion can affect our perception of the world, influencing how we see different regions and their importance. One of the most well-known examples of this is the Mercator Projection, a map we've all encountered at some point. While it is useful for navigation, it significantly distorts the size of countries, especially as you move away from the equator. It's time to uncover the truth about this common map and understand how it shapes our view of the world. By examining different map projections and understanding their limitations, we can gain a more accurate and nuanced perspective of our planet. Let's delve deeper into the world of maps and discover the stories they tell and the ones they don't. Imagine trying to flatten an orange peel. You can stretch it out, but it will inevitably tear or distort. Mapping the Earth presents a similar challenge. The Earth is a sphere, and representing a sphere on a flat surface requires some compromises. Enter the Mercator Projection. Created by Gerardus Mercator in 1569, this map became a staple for navigation and global representation. Its magic? It preserves the shapes of continents, making it ideal for seafaring. But this benefit comes at a cost. The Mercator Projection achieves its shape-preserving magic through distortion. Imagine stretching the Earth's surface near the poles to make it fit on a flat map. That's essentially what the Mercator Projection does. This stretching effect exaggerates the size of land masses the further they are from the equator. Countries like Greenland and Russia, located at high latitudes, appear significantly larger than they actually are. Conversely, countries near the equator, like those in Africa and South America, appear smaller, their true size diminished. The Mercator Projection's distortions are striking when comparing Greenland and Africa. On many Mercator maps, Greenland appears comparable in size to Africa, sometimes even larger. This is a visual illusion. In reality, Africa is a whopping 14 times larger than Greenland. Imagine fitting 14 Greenlands within the borders of Africa. That's how dramatic the size difference truly is. The Mercator Projection misrepresents this, perpetuating a skewed perception of these landmasses. Section 5. Beyond Mercator maps that show the true picture. Fortunately, the Mercator Projection is not the only map in town. Cartographers have developed alternative projections that aim to represent the Earth's surface more accurately. The Gall-Peters projection, for example, preserves the accurate size of landmasses, even if their shapes appear slightly distorted. Other projections, like the Winkel-Triple and the Robinson projection, offer compromises, balancing shape and size accuracy to varying degrees. Exploring these alternatives helps us see the world with fresh eyes, free from Mercator's distortions. Section 6. Africa's Untold Size, a continent of surprises. One of the greatest victims of the Mercator Projection is Africa. This vast continent, often depicted as relatively small, is actually much larger than most people realize. In fact, you could fit the United States, China, India, and much of Europe within Africa's borders. That's right. Africa is a continent of surprising and often underappreciated scale. Understanding its true size allows us to appreciate its diversity, its potential, and its rightful place on the world stage. If you're enjoying this deep dive into the Mercator Projection, then don't forget to like this video, share it with your friends, and subscribe to the channel for more deep dives on our fascinating world. Section 7. Mercator's Legacy, a navigator's best friend. While the Mercator Projection has its flaws, it's important to acknowledge its historical significance. This map, created by Gerardus Mercator in 1569, revolutionized the way sailors and explorers navigated the vast and treacherous oceans. Before its invention, navigation was a perilous endeavor, fraught with uncertainty and danger. For centuries, this map was a navigator's best friend. It provided a reliable tool for explorers like Christopher Columbus and Ferdinand Magellan, who ventured into uncharted waters with nothing but the stars and their maps to guide them. The Mercator Projection became an indispensable part of their voyages, offering a semblance of predictability in an unpredictable world. Its shape-preserving nature made it ideal for plotting sea routes. Unlike other maps of the time, which distorted the shapes of landmasses and made navigation difficult, the Mercator Projection maintained the angles and shapes of coastlines, allowing sailors to plot their courses with greater accuracy. Sailors relied on the fact that a straight line drawn on a Mercator map corresponded to a constant compass bearing. This feature, known as a rum line or loxodrome, was a game-changer. It meant that navigators could set a course and follow it consistently, without having to constantly adjust their bearings. This made navigation more predictable and efficient in an era before GPS and modern technology. The Mercator Projection allowed for the creation of more detailed and accurate nautical charts, which in turn facilitated trade, exploration, and the expansion of empires. It was a tool that helped shape the modern world. So, while we may criticize its distortions today, we can't deny its role in shaping our understanding of the world. The Mercator Projection was more than just a map. It was a symbol of human ingenuity and our relentless quest to explore and understand the world around us. Its legacy lives on in the countless maps and charts that continue to guide us on our journeys. Section 8. The World in Perspective. Why accurate maps matter. Accurate maps are not just about geographical correctness. They shape our understanding of the world and its people. When a map distorts the size of continents, it can subtly influence our perceptions of their importance, their resources, and their role in global affairs. By using maps that represent the Earth more accurately, we can foster a more balanced and informed worldview. We can begin to see beyond the distortions and appreciate the true scale and interconnectedness of our planet. Section 9. The Power of Maps, Shaping Our Understanding. Maps are powerful tools. They can inform, educate, and inspire, but they can also mislead and perpetuate misconceptions. The Mercator Projection, with its size distortions, is a prime example of how a map can subtly shape our understanding of the world, often without us even realizing it. By becoming aware of these distortions, we can start to see maps with a more critical eye, questioning the stories they tell and seeking out alternative perspectives. Section 10. Challenging Perceptions, One Map at a Time. It's time to challenge the Mercator Projection's dominance in classrooms, textbooks, and our collective consciousness. By embracing alternative map projections that accurately represent the size of continents, we can start to dismantle outdated perceptions and foster a more accurate and inclusive understanding of our world. Let's encourage the use of maps that celebrate the true size and diversity of our planet, one map at a time. Section 11. Conclusion. Embracing the true face of our planet. As we reach the end of our journey through the world of cartography, it's essential to reflect on how maps have shaped our understanding of the Earth. The Mercator Projection, with its size distortions, has long shaped our view of the world. This map, created in the 16th century, was revolutionary for navigation, but has also led to misconceptions about the relative sizes of continents and countries. But it's time to move beyond its limitations. The Mercator map, while useful for certain purposes, distorts the size of landmasses, making regions like Europe and North America appear much larger than they are in reality. By embracing alternative map projections, we can see the Earth with fresh eyes, appreciating the true size and significance of all continents. Projections like the Gall Peters, which shows land masses in their true proportions, or the Winkle Triple, which balances size and shape, offer a more accurate representation of our world. Let's use maps to educate, inspire, and promote a more accurate and inclusive understanding of our planet. Maps are powerful tools for learning and can help us appreciate the diversity and interconnectedness of our world. By teaching the next generation about different map projections, we can foster a more nuanced view of global geography. After all, the world is a fascinating and interconnected place, and it's time our maps reflected that reality. From the vast deserts of Africa to the sprawling forests of South America, every region has its unique beauty and significance. By using maps that accurately represent these areas, we can better understand and appreciate the true face of our planet.